What's up YouTube, this is Kong coming to you on behalf of PSL Pro. In this video we'll walk you through on how to ruggedize your Chauvet Xpress 100. Let's get it started. Now down below in the description you'll see a list of items needed to complete this project and the PDF template needed to print out the stickers. Now this project will require you to do some soldering as well as drilling, so it may be a good idea to watch the video in 2x speed to see if it's something you'll be able to complete. Now let's start by removing the housing from the Chauvet Xpress 100, simply taking a small flathead screwdriver and inserting it in the tip where the USB interface is and slightly twist to be able to open the shell. Take a brief moment and examine the dongle. Take note to the markings on the device, specifically the white, red, and ground. Now at the base of the XLR adapter, go ahead and unscrew it and push in from the top, and you'll be able to extract the actual connector. Again, take note of the red, white, and ground wire. They are denoted by numbers on the XLR adapter. Okay, this would be a great time to pause the video and take notice to the pinout as well as the Chauvet Xpress 100's solder points. Okay, on the screen I've listed the dimensions of the project box, specifically the center point for you to drill your hole. Now I must admit I struggled a little bit during this process, and you'll see later in the video. There's two methods that I use to try and find the best way to be able to drill this hole. Okay, method A, I decided to take a small drill bit and drill a pilot hole, and that was relatively easy. Method B, place masking tape over top of the where the pilot hole would be, and just started drilling with the step bit. Now my advice and my I guess lessons learned, I would definitely suggest using method A to prevent the bit from wandering. Drilling the pilot hole, make sure that the step bit seats inside of that hole. You'll see on method B that the hole is not quite centered, but I was still able to seat the terminals inside of the project box. Again, I can't stress enough, make sure you take your time during this process. You only got one shot at it unless you expect to purchase another project box. Now all the items that I used to complete this project again is in the description below, and they were found on Amazon. Now, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, notice that the hole is a little bit off center, but I was still able to seat the terminal in the box. And just to note that the opposite side actually came out a lot better, the one that I actually drilled the pilot hole. Now go ahead and take the time to clean your work area, vacuum up any of the shavings from your work area or your surface. It may be also a good idea to pick up a file tool to be able to knock down the edges from where you drill the holes. Okay, now take a moment and desolder the XLR cable from the Chauvet Xpress 100. Also take your time here too, in case you may want to put the device back together. You don't want to butcher the leads on the cable. If you're having trouble, just use a little bit of flux to quickly heat up the solder joints to remove the wire. Okay, here I'm using flux to clean up the solder points, to also clean up the holes, so it'll be easier to insert the new wire in. Now I'm also using a fairly cheap soldering iron. It may be better if you use a little bit more expensive one, but the key here is not to use a lot of heat. Alright, take a moment and clean up everything, remove any flux or any residue on the device. Alright, now it's time to partially assemble your project box. Go ahead and take the time to place on both of your end caps. I apologize for not recording the process of me installing the wires on the Chauvet Xpress 100. But essentially what I did was had one wire installed underneath, one above and one underneath to prevent any shorting. So the wires are just separated based off of their orientation. Okay, now I left each wire a little bit long just so I can gauge it once I started to assemble the box. So what you have to do is just snip the ends of each wire. Okay, here I'm adding flux to one of the pins for the ground wire, and then I will use the wire stripper to strip back some of the shielding and add flux to those as well. Okay, take your time here, soldering each wire into the pins. You definitely don't want any cold solder joints, so take your time and make sure each wire has been soldered. Okay, now it's time just to go ahead and assemble the box. Okay, here I grabbed the punch tool just to start the small screws to secure the USB terminal. Okay, now on to the fun part. I purchased the Avery printable sticker paper in glossy clear, number 4397. It's 8.5 by 11. And down in the description is the PDF to print out this template here. And what I did was the template is designed so that each one of these can be cut out to fit the device. They may just need to be trimmed a little, but for the most part, they should fit directly onto the device. So I cut out one side with the Chauvet logo and just the Chauvet Xpress, and then on the other side, I cut out a section for the Chauvet DJ as well as the Express 100 logo. Now I applied it directly to the device and use the X-Acto knife to trim within the groove of the device. And just peel away the excess. So the larger logos will actually fit on the top of it if you decide that you like to have it on the top. But in this video, I just decided to use it on the side of the device. And just to show you how everything looks. And congratulations, if you've actually made it this far, then you've been able to ruggedize your Chauvet Xpress 100. Now the only thing left to do will be to test it out and make sure you have everything connected properly. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to check out this video. I hope it helped you out. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have a moment, check out our website at www.psl-pro.com.